With that, the Steelers now lead the AFC North division. They go out there and they defeat the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are now 7-4, and the Steelers are 8-2. They win this game 18-16. A lot of penalties on both sides of the football for the Ravens and for the Steelers as well. When I look at the Steelers, they deserve to win this game. We could talk about the missed kicks for Justin Tucker and the miscues. Give this defense credit. The defense went out there, and a league MVP in Lamar Jackson, who just won last season. All season long, Lamar Jackson has been the best quarterback in the NFL. He was 16-33, 207 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown to 1 interception. Give Peyton Wilson a lot of credit for coming away with that interception. That was a beautiful play by him. They forced Derrick Henry to fumble the football as well. There were some drops in this game by the Baltimore Ravens. But if you have any questions about the Steelers, they answered it in this game. They won this matchup 18-16 without an offensive touchdown. That is crazy to think about. That is how good this defense has been all season long. And let's not forget, last season, they beat every team in this division. They ended up being 4-1. They lost to the Cleveland Browns last year, yes, but with better quarterback play, this is what you wanted to see. And also this as well, Russell Wilson did not have his best outing. Russell Wilson had 205 passing yards, 0 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, and he got sacked 4 times. And Najee Harris only had 63 rushing yards on the day. He averaged 3.5 yards a carry. Jaylen Warren, 41 rushing yards. That was it on the day. Their best offensive player was George Pickens, 8 catches for 89 receiving yards. That was it. This was a defensive-led game by the Steelers and great special teams play as well by Chris Boswell. I'm going to give Coach Austin and Coach Tomlin a lot of credit. Lamar Jackson always struggles against the Steelers. The one problem that I have with the national media, they have disrespected Russell Wilson and the Steelers all season long. You have the entire situation with Justin Fields should still be the starting quarterback. And he goes out there against the New York Jets. In the first half, he doesn't look as hot. And that has been a very consistent thing with the Steelers all season long. Their offense starts off very slow, but in the second half, they pick things up. Unfortunately, in this game, they were not able to get many things going. And if you want to use the penalties and the kick and the missed kicks as an excuse for the Ravens, let's also look at it from this point of view as well. Russell Wilson had a costly interception in the red zone. They could have easily had 21 points in today's game. They also went out there against the Atlanta Falcons in week 1. They did the same exact thing. They beat them with their defense and with their special teams play. This is what good football teams do. They go out there and they just find a way to win. When the offense isn't able to click, when the defense isn't able to click, they find ways to win football games. I don't want to hear the excuses. They made the best quarterback in today's game this season look average. And they have done this on a consistent basis with the Ravens and give the Ravens a lot of credit. But they came into this matchup as the best offense in the NFL, hands down. And the Ravens defense, they stepped up, especially on the back end. This was one of the worst passing defenses in the NFL, and they held Russell Wilson and everyone in check. I will also say this, Broderick Jones has been terrible all season long. I see why he got benched against the Denver Broncos. The only reason why he is a starter right now is because Troy Fautanu is dealing with a knee injury that has kept him out for all of this season, except for a couple of snaps. That's it. Broderick Jones has to play better. The offensive line was not good in today's matchup, and Russell Wilson did not play well either. Give Justin Fields a lot of credit. He came in late in the fourth quarter. He ran. He was a yard short of getting the first down. They hand the football off to Najee Harris. They get the first down. That is what essentially won them the football game. So give Justin Fields his credit as well. But Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson, they're phenomenal all game long. Cameron Hayward and TJ Watt, they all deserve their credit. Defense is the reason why the Steelers won this game. And the miscues, yes, but that's the game of football. That's how things go. This is the same Baltimore Ravens team that lost against the Las Vegas Raiders earlier this year in similar fashion. They lead the league in penalties. So I don't want to hear about, well, the referees are bailing the Steelers out. No, they're not. They dealt with penalties last week as well, because I can already see the excuses for the Ravens. They did not play well enough in today's game, and the Steelers played better. Coach Tomlin went out there and he outcoached Coach Harbaugh yet again. And now the Steelers, they go on Thursday Night Football, short week, without Alex Highsmith, without a lot of pieces to their defense. They will go out there and they will face the Cleveland Browns in a game that they should win. That will give them 2 division wins. The Steelers are going to make the NFL playoffs, and they have yet to lose a game with Russell Wilson at the starting quarterback position. Is he playing like a top 5 quarterback in the NFL? No, but they don't need him to. This team last season made the NFL playoffs with Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett, and Mitch Trubisky starting games. They're good enough to go out there and win some playoff games this season, especially with how this defense is playing. I do want to give Patrick Queen a lot of credit. I have been very critical of him in the past. The last couple of weeks, he has been very good. He led the team in tackles yet again. He was flying around the football, and he had a forced fumble. Minkah Fitzpatrick has not had a takeaway in quite some time, but his effectiveness on the field and his presence has helped out everyone in the secondary. Joey Porter Jr. had a good game as well. He had to exit the game. He's dealing with a leg injury, but he should be okay. He was able to jog around on the sideline. Keanu Ben also had to check out the game as well. Landon Roberts had a lot of good plays. The Steelers are a legit team in the AFC, no matter how you put it. They're not a top offense in terms of passing, not even close, but they can run the football with Jaylen Warren, Najee Harris, and Cordell Patterson, and now they can put in Justin Fields as well into certain packages. This is what you want to see. I still have a lot of questions about Arthur Smith because besides just throwing the football deep down the field, a lot of analysts call it the moon ball. Besides that, their passing game is very below average. But you have a freakish wide receiver in George Pickens. Van Jefferson had a huge drop as well in the red zone situation. And Calvin Austin III had a huge drop as well. And we've seen Calvin Austin III come up big time for the Steelers, just like how he did against the New York Giants when he had that punt return. And also that receiving touchdown as well. Everything is starting to come together. Not every single game is going to be pretty. This was AFC North football. And once again, shout out to the coaching staff. I'm not the biggest Arthur Smith fan, but when he came out there and when you needed to go out there and get a first down, he put in Justin Fields. They let him run around. They let him do what he had to do. Arthur Smith, if this was any other game, the Steelers probably would have lost this game. But this is what happens when you have a top defense in the NFL and your special teams can go out there and they can bail you out. They go off against Cleveland. I expect for them to win that game. And I also expect for them to be very competitive against the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's time to give the Steelers a lot of respect. And the same with the Baltimore Ravens as well. These are two of the better teams in the AFC. And just because the Steelers came away with the win doesn't mean that the Baltimore Ravens are trash. Doesn't mean that the Baltimore Ravens are not a good team. They went against the Cincinnati Bengals, not once but twice. And they went out there and they won shootouts. Give them a lot of respect as well. Because one nasty thing that I'm starting to notice, whenever the Steelers go out there and they defeat a team, they downplay it. The national media or haters, they just downplay it. Just like last week, where they went against a rookie in Jaden Daniels. He's a rookie. They went against the best quarterback this season, the MVP favorite, and they made him look average. What's the excuse now? And they went against the best running back statistically this season in Derrick Henry. And they made him fumble the football early in the game. If they were able to just go out there and score a couple of more points and just cash in touchdowns instead of field goals, this would have been an ugly game. And take away some of those penalties as well from Broderick Jones, because majority of the penalties, they're on him because of holding and face mask issues. One more thing I want to mention as well. When they went against the Giants, they had a lot of miscues. That was a close game on paper, yes, but a lot of miscues in the red zone. You go out there and you cash in on those, they blow the New York Giants out. Last week against the Commanders, they had a fake punt blunder because they did not cover the gunner, and he drops the football. They also had a fumble on the 1 yard line as well. The Steelers can go out there and score points. Now, against the Baltimore Ravens, you expect for it to be close because this is a division rival. But when you look at these close games, if you actually go back and look at the matchups and what's going on play by play, the Steelers are right there in terms of blowing teams out, but they rarely do it. They rarely did it underneath Bill Cowher as well. As long as you win the football game, that's all that matters. Russell Wilson does have to play better, but he has been very good up to this point. An interception in back-to-back games, you don't want to see that. He is holding on to the football for too long in back-to-back matchups, but the defense is going back there. They're taking away the moon ball from him. They're basically forcing a double team on George Pickens, and no one else can get open. I would like to see more of Mike Williams on the field. He's not the same Mike Williams that he once was, but he can get behind defensive backs. And he's a big target as well. His catch radius is huge. So you can throw a lot of 50-50 balls to him as well. And Calvin Austin III and Van Jefferson, they have to step up and give Big Pat a lot of credit as well. But this was a very good game by the Steelers in terms of every single fashion of special teams, defense, and offensively. It wasn't pretty, but they got it done. Let me know in the comment section below, how do you feel about the Steelers, and are they major contenders in the AFC? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. And I will also say this as well. No one expected for the Steelers to go out there and have the record that they have right now. Everyone was talking about, look at what the Cleveland Browns did last year. Well, the Cincinnati Bengals with Joe Burrow and the Baltimore Ravens. Most people had the Steelers finishing 3rd or 4th. That was it. No one really expected for them to be sitting up top of this division. But yet they doubt them every single week. I guess that they have to go out there and win the rest of their schedule for people to actually believe in the Steelers. But keep sleeping on them. They have the pass rush. They're without Alex Highsmith right now. Nick Herbig had a couple big plays. He had a penalty as well. But they have everything that you want in a contending team in the AFC. They have the pass rush. They have the linebackers now. They have the guys in the secondary that can cover. The offensive line, they're up and down. And the quarterback, he's a veteran. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Most importantly, when each and every last one of you guys stay safe, stay positive. Peace. God bless.